All of the trees we cut down were cut down on our 5-acre lot. This tree ended up being a ridgepole. We used ice picks and clam shovels to peel the bark. Clam shovel worked really good. If you peel the bark, the end of May or the beginning of June comes off a lot easier than it would if you waited till later in the year. I had to come up with a way to get these trees back to the property, and I ended up building this log arch. It's got a 2-inch square tube welded to the spindle, which slides in the receiver stock, and that way we can remove the tires easily to put skis on in the winter, or we can use these tires on the dump trailer that we later built. We also had to buy a 4-wheeler because the Honda Big Red that we had up there just wasn't able to do the job. Ended up cutting down 48 trees. It took us about a month and a half to cut, peel, and drag them to this location. When we bought the property, there was already a log cabin on it, but it was rotten. So we ended up having to burn it. We needed a sled so that we could get all of our railroad ties up to the property and all the building materials, so I took an old folding sled I had and built this out of it. We made several trips that winter to get all the railroad ties and plywood and floor joists up there before summer so that we could start building. Here's one of the bigger loads I hauled up. It was a little too heavy for the sleds that we had it on. I ended up breaking a ski leg, and that was fun. This foam was left over from a roofing job in town here, and it was free, so I grabbed it, built a jig to cut all the foam to fit between the floor joists and the rafters, and we made several trips by boat in the summertime to get it up there. This is Aaron driving the boat. He's 12 years old there.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
The boys were getting creative here, trying to cut down on how many trips they had to make.
Hey, now the old cabin is all gone. Got all the old logs out of there. Trying to get all that old piece of foam out of there now. Big job done. Go.
This is the dump trailer that I built. We needed a way to haul gravel from the gravel bar for our foundation pads and just to haul debris off. Here we're squaring up where the foundation pads are going to go. A lot of the debris and tundra and brush that we got from the new cabin site, we ended up dumping in the river here. We had a pretty good erosion problem going on, and this really helped out. Here we're at our gravel bar, shoveling gravel into the trailer to bring up to the foundation pads. We hauled quite a few loads.
Aaron, move! You're getting dusted out.
This is our trail back up to the cabin. We've got all 6 of us on the 4-wheeler and trailer, plus a load of gravel. Here I'm cutting down a tree for one of the 3 beams that go under the cabin. I'm getting this tree ready to cut a flat in it for our beam under the cabin. For my pads, I ended up taking 3-foot long railroad ties and drilling a hole all the way through them and pounding 1/2-inch rebar to nail them all together. It's worked out great. Right here I'm dragging one of the beams into position. I had some very big studs available, so I welded these jacks up so that I could adjust the cabin if any of my foundation pads settle. This was my first attempt at trying to build a system to raise my logs. I used a cable strung between 2 trees and a chain hoist, and it didn't work. Cable connectors ended up coming apart. In the next video you'll see what I did build, and worked out great to raise the logs for the cabin. If you like this video, you can subscribe to this channel, or you can follow us on Facebook. It's a DIY Alaskan lifestyle. We've got more videos to come for this cabin build and some other cool projects we've done.